Drinking buddies. I'm really excited to try this Booker's 2022-03 Kentucky Tea batch. So I decided to throw it in a blind flight with an old Booker's, an old Knob Creek, and another brand new bottle, this Knob Creek single barrel. Let's find out not only how good this Kentucky Tea batch is, but let's find out if maybe the 2 years of age sitting on these older bottles have made a difference on them.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies. So back in 2020, I bought the second batch of Booker's. This is the Boston batch. It is 6 years, 3 months, 10 days old, 126.5 proof. This bottle has been open for 2 years. This bottle has been open for 2 minutes. This is Kentucky Tea Batch 2022-03. It is 126.5 proof, same proof, but it's a little bit older. 7 years, 7 years, 4 months, 14 days. So it is a little over a year older. Same proof. Yeah, very small batch, uncut, unfiltered bourbon. If you don't know that much about Booker's, they're really cool. They're really solid bottles, hitting a little bit more expensive than they should be. MSRP on these guys is a little bit over $100 now, and to be honest, they probably should cost about $60 to $80 at the most. But they're still really good, and I think buying one every couple of years is just something that I'm going to do. Not going to buy one every year because I think the price is a little high. But next up over here in 2020, I also bought this Knob Creek single barrel, sitting at 120 proof. And then this year, I bought this Knob Creek single barrel select from AJ's, which is a grocery store chain here in town. It's also 120 proof. And this one is 10 years old. 10. This is probably 9. No, it is 9. It says it on the side, somewhere on here. Doesn't say it on here, but it's 9. I know this is 9. So this is 9. This is 10. 6 years, 3 months, 7 years, 4 months. That's the other thing. They're younger than the Knob Creek single barrels, and the Knob Creek single barrels are about half the price. So generally, I think these are a better bargain, but these might taste a little bit better. Let's find out if that is a truthful notion. Maybe I might pick this one as my favorite or whatever, but mostly I want to see if the 2 years of this being open and now it's getting kind of low, is the oxygen that's in this barrel going to have an effect on the flavor? I got a lot of things I want to figure out here, but the only way I figured I could figure any of them out is if I did it blind. I didn't want to have any biases in the way. I didn't want to have my shiny new toy effect get in the way of this new Booker's. Oh, it's so good. It's the new Booker's. I love it. I didn't want any of that to happen. I wanted to just go with it blind and see if maybe this bottle has gone bad. Maybe it's still amazing. Only one way to find out. Glass one. Oh, sure, it certainly smells nice. Get these out of the way. This is really bright. Open and citrusy and wow. This is honey. This almost doesn't even smell like a bourbon. If I was just going off the nose, I might think this is a malt. It's like just so sweet, bright, and citrusy. Well, I know it's a bourbon on the flavor. Bourbon vanilla, peanuts, dry peanuts, honey roasted peanuts, peanut butter. A lot of peanut on here. Gonna get that on probably all 4 of these because they're all from Jim Beam. Jim Beam, their yeast strain that they use tends to make their whiskeys taste like peanuts. They use the exact same yeast strain as Heaven Hill. And that's why Heaven Hill also tastes like peanuts. Straight up excellent. Like, I wouldn't guess that's over 95 proof. That tastes light. That tastes just so much flavor. The finish on it is lasting forever. That we're starting off strong because that is going to be hard to beat. That is really good. Whatever's in that. Completely different nose. This is giving me damp basement vibes. Old leather, books. I know Those are weird nosing notes, but that's what I get off of some of the older stuff. And this might not even be that old, I don't know. But that's what I'm smelling. Noticeably hotter than the first one. Ooh, cool tingle going on my tongue. Solid mouthfeel, really syrupy. Just a lot of cinnamon on this one, and a lot less peanut. Another thing that this might help to lend a little bit of light on is the idea that that first pour is really hot. But there's also a possibility that since this bottle has been open for 2 years, there's a lot of oxygen in that bottle. That is when you're going to start to lose proof. That is when you're going to start to notice a difference. So this could be lower than 126 proof. It really could. Scientifically, science says that's probably not still 126 proof. But that did taste a little hotter than the first one. That first one was like smooth, and yeah, this one did have a really nice mouthfeel and a really solid finish that's still going on though. Good, not as good as Glass 1. Okay, now this one's got more of a similar nose to Glass 1, where it's like bright and citrusy, but there's also a really nice like sweet caramel thing going on here. Oh, this is a complex nose. Because there's also, in the subtleness, there's like a leather-bound books, like dusty, musty smell. This smells really nice. It's just loaded with complexity because now I'm getting a little bit of cherry. Wow, this is a killer nose. Easily the best nose so far. Mm. Oh, this is going to be hard. This is going to be hard. A little bit of burn on the tip of my tongue. It's the only thing telling me there's proof here. That is smooth and mild. Bourbon, vanilla, peanut butter, cinnamon, baking spices. Peanut, but it's subtle. That first one was like peanuts, dried peanut shells, peanut butter, peanut souffle. There's so much peanuts on that one that it just went on for days. Peanuts here, but it's more subtle. And there's a little bit of a cherry thing on here. I think if you gave me this blind, I might I think if you gave me this blind, I might think I'm drinking wild turkey. This is reminding me of turkey a little bit, which is why, blinds can be really hard because, I'll admit that tastes like, it's giving me that turkey profile vibe, that funky cherry and a little bit of subtle peanut on the finish, but not taking over. In some turkey, I don't taste peanut at all, but in some turkey, I do. Oh, now, this is going to be hard. Okay. This is candy bar vibes. So like caramel and chocolate and peanuts and nougat. Oh, this is... What I'm learning is these whiskeys smell fantastic. The only one that didn't have a nose that completely blew me away was Glass 2. And it still had a nice nose, but I feel like I'm nosing like unicorns right now. That's how good they smell. The flavor's good, but it's not unicorn status, but the noses on these, like... Oh. Peanuts, cinnamon, burn on the tip of my tongue. A lot of baking spice. I actually know this one. As you can see, I've drank a lot of this Boston batch. I am like almost 100, over 2 years. I mean, that's not really drinking a lot for over 2 years, but I feel like that is that. That is the Boston batch. I'm pretty sure of it, and it certainly has not gone bad yet. What are some things that can affect the flavor of your whiskey as time goes on? Time can affect it. The proof is going to go down a little bit over time. Too much oxygen in the bottle is going to affect it. We're not at the danger zone yet, but we're getting close. There's a certain point where there's going to be just too much oxygen in that bottle for the bottle to continue to stay good. We're getting close. I might have to put this on a bottle kill shelf where I'm putting it up there where it's something I need to finish, unfortunately, because we're getting close to the end. That's okay, because I have a new Booker's now. So, some other things that can affect it. Light. I got all these lights in here. Luckily, this room is very dark. I have blackout curtains on the windows. No light gets in here unless these lights are on. But maybe these boxes help in that anyway. That's another function of having the box is a lot less light is going to get in there. They're sheltered from light. Something like a Blanton's bag is going to do that as well, which is kind of nice that it's going to help prevent any light from getting in there. So that could help the bottle last a little longer. Your Blanton's bag, maybe your Booker's box is going to help them last a little longer. But overall, really good. Unfortunately, I know what it is because the flavor is... I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that this is the Boston batch. Certainly hasn't gone bad. Certainly hasn't gone bad. Still tastes great. And it probably tastes the hottest of the four. And it's been sitting in that bottle for 2 years, so that proof probably hasn't gone down very much. I'm going to go back through these again. I'll either fast forward through this or I'll skip it out completely. When we come back, I'll give my final guesses, tell you which one's my favorite, and see if we'll reveal the results, and we'll find out if there's been any changes between these two bottles sitting around for 2 years. Find out if this Kentucky Tea batch is one you need to run out and buy right now. Maybe you just need to run out and try to find some of these single barrel selects from Knob Creek. Let's find out. They're all four so good. They're all four bottles I would recommend. But I'm leaning towards this one being the best, this one being the second, third, fourth. Whew. I'm gonna guess. This is the Knob Creek pick. This is the hottest, so I'm gonna guess that's the newest, highest proof. I'm gonna guess that's the Booker's Kentucky Tea. I'm gonna guess that's the regular Knob Creek single barrel, and I'm gonna guess that is the Boston batch. And I'm like 100% confident of that one. I'm not confident about the other three, except for I think this is the other Booker's because these two do have a little bit of a similar profile, and then these two have a little bit of a similar profile. My favorite was the Knob Creek pick. This is ridiculously good, guys. I've had good luck with AJ's picks in the past. I don't think their liquor manager likes me very much, but hey, you guys make good picks. So you guys really do make really good picks at AJ's. But yeah, that Knob Creek pick is fantastic. Wow, I'm blown away by how good it is. And I just cracked it today. It's been open, 20 minutes maybe. Wow, that is so good. That is so good. I'm kind of blown away by how good that is. My second favorite was the Booker's from 2020. I really did love this batch, the Boston batch. Most of the reviews I saw from that year were all over the place, and this one was not commonly the favorite. But man, this thing, I mean, obviously you can see I have not finished it yet, but this thing really did make me fall in love with barrel proofs. That and this bottle over here really helped with that. I mean, I didn't buy just one of these that year. I got a second one of those. It's a special bottle to me. I'm very sad to see it go. The next one was number one, so it was the Kentucky Tea. Really good release. I'm very glad I bought it. It's not as good as the Boston batch from 2020, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. It is a little bit older, and I did pick up some more of those older notes on the nose and a little bit of those older notes on the flavor. Last up was the Knob Creek Single Barrel. Not that it was bad. Really good pour. I'm splitting hairs between these four. They are all really good. Drinking buddies, please do me a favor and hit up www.imyourdrinkingbuddy.com. Check out my Christmas shirts. I got holiday shirts available. You are going to be wanting to wear one of these at your holiday parties. You're going to want to be wearing one of these at your Christmas parties that you're going to. And the sooner the better, because if you order it now, I'm sure you'll get it before the holidays. There is a promo code. I'll put it in the description. You can get 10% off your order. Please like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.